back for you with the WuXia project. Actually, I'm thinking about moving the microphone for... I'll try that. Let me mute the mic. The only thing I'm worried about is not having good access to the keyboard, but I can try. Okay, so I need to grab the live on my phone as usual. Expanded task, it's this one. That's kind of weird. Okay, now we're live. Okay, I got it. I got it. So I realized watching the VOD from yesterday that you actually did not have the music. So I will use my phone to see if I do have the music. Because yeah. So I realized watching No, we absolutely don't hear the music. Well, not that much actually. So I don't know. Because I don't think I changed anything compared to the other times. So I will just get this bigger. So I will let the chat tell me if the music is too low, too loud, whatever, because it seems to be very different from the other times. So anyway, and we have someone, Silver, who is coming in. Hello to you too. And yeah, today we will keep going on the WuXia project. So let's get rid of that. And yeah, did I start a project? I started a project. I don't need it to be that loud in my ears. Well, actually, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's high on the volume mixer. We'll have to listen to it again. Okay, so for some reasons, I do think now that it's not recognizing Spotify at all. So I don't know why it's doing that. That's a little bit confusing. But if it doesn't, well, you guys can always get your music, I guess. So yeah, it's not the most important thing. So what do we have? Hack and plan. We had some tasks in there. Create a faction menu. Okay, and we did some subtasks. Connect the faction level and progression. Okay. Create faction task list. So sadly we have to put that on hold because we do need to handle the task multiplicity. And to be honest, I have no motivation to do that. So yeah, it's going to be slightly annoying, like just enough. So yeah, I'm actually on the wrong Discord account, so I'm gonna switch. We're switching now, and we are now on the right one. Good. So, handling task multiplicity. So this one is going to be very similar to handling skill multiplicity. So let's start tracking and get into it because yeah, I will just never start otherwise. I might need Git Kraken as well. And we are up to date. Great. Maybe just maybe, I do want to notice Godot coffee about the stream. It's always good, I think. We never know. And I'm starting to think I will have to move the microphone. Because it's very nice, but the stand is much bigger than the older microphone. Okay. So task multiplicity. I really don't want to do that. Like, not at all. In scripts, we have the abstracts, and here we have the skill abstract. Okay. We have the skills, skill 0102, and we should have resources. We should have resources right there. And here we have another abstract, but this is what we will start with. Of course, I could start with making the design, like using Obsidian to make some class diagrams. But I kind of want to go YOLO on this one. So abstracts, let's see how this microphone is bothering me. Yes, it's not gonna work. I have to move it, so. You guys will have to wait for next week for the arm to be ready, have better sound. So anyway, new script. It's going to be task resource. Okay. Task resource, class name task resource, extending resource. Now we'll need a few enums. Unexpected extends? Why is extends so bad? Oh, is it because of enum? Yes. So I'm gonna create types of tasks. Types of tasks. So we will have faction chores. We will also have cultivation. Cultivation, chores, and I want to say exploration. This is going to be the first main 3 types that we will work with. So yeah, cultivation, chores, exploration. And now we just need a few properties. So of course we need a key. We do need a name, which will be the main display. So that's an unnamed task. Just gonna check how many. Okay, that takes 2. That's great. We're good with that. So we have the unnamed task. We could add a description. We never know, a description could be very useful sometimes. We might use it, we might not use it. No description so far. Okay. And we will need a few. We will need a few numbers to allow some customization of tasks. Now we will have task duration. So variable task, well, we're going to say duration. And duration will be the amount of quarters, the amount of seasons we have to spend on one task. So duration is going to be 1 by default. And I guess I could leave it like this and try to work with that and see how I need to add things. This could work. Well, we do need somehow, probably, we do need to add a way to define what are the rewards. So here, for example, maybe we should just remove the types, or we could leave the types and create subtypes, actual extension of this resource. This way we could create a cultivation task and draw task. Maybe you could do that. I'm not so sure. So I will leave it like this at the moment, and we will see how this unfolds. So now that we have this blueprint, we can create a few tasks. Okay, folder, tasks. That's great. Now we can create new resources. So of course, we want to create a task. And we're going to have task 01. We could add something to that, like say what it is, like it would be like cultivation. So the key is going to be task 01. The name, cultivate skills, or cultivate martial arts. Description, we're not going to use description, and we will keep the duration to 1. And we actually do need to refer the type, now that I think about it. So we need it to be types, and by default, it's going to be cultivation by default. So type cultivation, we are good. Let's try to create a second one. Task 02. And that will be low level faction chores. Howdy's to you, Gorilla. Hope you're having a nice day. Nice to see you. Whoopsie. So yeah, let's try to create a second task. So key is going to be task 02. Name basic faction trolls. That will be the name at the moment. Type trolls, duration 1. Okay. And we're gonna create another one, maybe. So again, create a task. Task 03, train trainees. So this will be when you reach a higher grade in the faction, for example. train. That's a bit. That's a lot of trainees, but whatever. And the duration's going to be 3. So probably here, how do we make a difference between task 02 and task 03? We could have the reward in the task resource as much as we could have the task system handle the resources. I mean the rewards. I don't really know right now. Today I decided I'm fed up with combat loop code. So I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist for a while and do something else. Yeah, if that allows you to progress somewhere else, let's pretend it doesn't exist. If you do want combat loops, I mean, I don't know what you need exactly, because there's just so much you can do with combat loops. However, we did work with combat loops a few times on this channel. The first time was here, I believe, in this pilot episode of the LoFi game dev session. I do believe we made a combat loop. But yeah, it's definitely going to be this one. The state pattern, combat, and encounter with PokeClicker. That's the best combat loop we've made on the channel, if you want to see that. In fact, the PokeClicker one is fully state machiney, so very easy to. Once you have it, it's very easy to update it. Now you know why the turn-based format is used so much. Okay, so you want something which is not turn-based? Well, I will say it's quite similar, except that it will depend. Yeah, it really depends for whatever you have. If you don't have to manage positions, collisions, etc., you can just have each individual, I mean, each combat unit have their own state and their own timer. And it's not really harder than implementing one. Well, it is harder, but it's not that harder. But if you do want a combat system where units can move and interact with different actions, that's very hard. I don't want to say it's very hard, but that's something I've never done, and I do anticipate that it's going to be complicated. I pretty much did the whole thing. Didn't finish bug testing, yes. So it's time to uncover some very cool bugs for you. Okay, so here we do have a few tasks. So we will need a database, obviously. So I'm going to create a new script, which is going to be db tasks. And I think we don't have much to add. Yes, class name and dictionary. So we have a static variable dictionary. Let's just load our 3 tasks. Hope I won't get opened by a Kuwagaman when I go back to it. Well, who knows? Who knows? So now that we have done this, I guess we do need to update the task singleton. Let's see what we have in there. Target task updated. Okay. Current task updated. Do we need to say to have arguments? I don't know. So types here, maybe we will be able to get rid of that. Is busy. Is that even a thing? So we have the target and the current. And here, technically, we do need tasks. So we will need to create a new object. Well, just like we created a skill. Key level progress. Okay. How did I use that? Right. Let's have a task. So here we're gonna have the object. So obviously we'll need the key. We will need the progress, I believe, because there's a duration for the task, and yeah. Do we want to load the task within the object? Maybe. So we will have the resource equal to task resource. Hmm. We'll do that. Task resource progress key. That's gonna be enough at the moment. Yeah. Go back to our task thing. Function ready. We want to connect on time progress. That seems fair. Set target task. We could use a key, but the thing is that when we select the cultivation task, we need to select the skill as well. So maybe set target task. Here we need two things. We need the key and we need two keys actually. So maybe we can create more requests. As in, this is going to be a key. Like this. And we're gonna have set trolls. So we're gonna go in. Okay, that's interesting. We got disconnected for a while. Okay, so we're back. Interesting. It's the first time I've had something like this. So What variables do you need? We need a current task, which is going to be a task. And we need a selected task, which again is going to be a task. So maybe we can go with that function set cultivation. And here we'll have a key, which is going to be the key of the skill we want to cultivate. We set selected task to cultivating the skill by referencing its key. Okay. Did that turn out fine? Didn't this create a problem? Yes, we're live. And there's only one stream? Yes, there's only one stream. We're good. So when we set cultivation, we want to create a new task. So var new task is going to be a task. And here we do need to set a few things. Our our task object, it requires the resource, key, and progress. But it might also need extra things, right? Like related skill. We have the related skill key or skill key. So new task.resource is going to be equal to dbtask.dictionary. And here we want skill 01. Well, no, not skill, task 01. Because task 01 is cultivating. Then we want new task.key. Maybe you could go the other way. New task.key. Here's going to be equal to task 01. And here we're going to have new task.key. Something on the side. There we go. So we get the key and we need the progress. So progress anyway is going to be equal to 0. And usually I do intend cultivation to be not progressing, but always be, not progressing within a task, but instead progressing only in the skill progression. So here we do need the skill. So that's the skill key. New task should ask for skill key. So from there, selected task will take new task. And we should be good. Then we'll have set chores, which here will take a task key. So again, we're going to create a new task. So the new task.key will be equal to our task key. Then the resource, new task.resource, is going to be equal to db task. Our task key. The progress. That will be equal to the new task resource duration. We could do the same for the cultivation actually. And here related skill will be null. Here key is going to be equal to nothing. Select task will be equal to new task. So this should allow us to change between cultivation and chores. For this one, we'll set the selected task to chores. By referencing a task key, if that makes sense. And I think it does. So from there, we want to be able to update or upgrade our selected task toward the current task. So we will have on game time progressed, and here we will do things. Done ready. We do on game time progress signal to be referenced. To update the current task. that shows, okay. So here we want to update current task, which we want to do on game time progress. So what we want to do is a simple check. If selected task is different than current task, then we want current task. Oh, we didn't have underscores. So let's add underscores. Great. So we want current task to be selected task. Then we do want to progress our task. So we want to progress task. We could link this after update or in the on game time progress. I think that we go there. Progress task. The progress task. Very simple. We want the timer of the task or the progression to decrease by 1. So we will current task dot progress minus equal 1. Here we want to check if our current task progress is inferior or equal to 0. If that is the case, want to complete the task. Whoa. Complete task. So in complete task, we have two behaviors we want to recreate. The first one is reinitialize, reset task. And the other one is get task rewards. And CK is tagging in, saying hello. Well, hello to you too. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for passing by. The resetting the task is probably not that hard. We just need the current task progress to be equal to the current task resource duration. And Bulby Plays, which is someone new, I guess, just stopping in to say that I'm loving the video on the idle game. Well, that's a good thing. Thank you for that. Even though those videos are posted right now, especially if you have reached the quests, make sure you do find the live streams regarding those videos, which should be in the playlist. If you want to find content about the marketplace and extra content, which is not in the videos. But I'm glad that you did like it, because it doesn't really show that it is a popular series on the analytics. of YouTube. Well, it actually depends on what idle game you're talking about. Could be talking about the reboot or the Stardust, which Stardust is way much more popular. So here we have the reset. That's the only thing we need to reset, I guess. And as for the task rewards, this is a tough one because based on the task, it will be very different. So at the moment, we will have to go with if statements, sort of. We'll create a match scenario with the current task dot key. Yes. So if the key is equal to task 01, then that is cultivation. In that case, we want skills to progress the related skill. Yeah. Otherwise, if we have task 2, I will definitely need a more robust way to manage rewards, but that we will have time to work with. So if we have task 2, then we do want faction to progress faction. Okay. That should be cool. So we have the selected task, the current task. We don't have signals. Okay. So we will need signals, I guess. Signals like selected task updated, then current task updated, and finally current task progressed. Okay. And I think I will need an extra action, an extra request. An extra request which will allow us to clear the selected task to set it back to whatever the current task is. So here we have set cultivation, set chores, and we will have function reset selected task. And here, very simple, selected task. It's going to be equal to current task. So this way we can go back to whatever we were doing before we mess up. So selected task updated. We need to emit it here. Set cultivation. So again, selected task updated. Same for chores. Complete task. We might need task completed as well. Task completed, and here we will send the key. Complete task. Task completed. Dot emit with current task dot key. And Darian is tagging in as well. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. If you do have specific questions, feel free to do so. Just current task progress. Oh, we made it. Anyway, update current task. This will go in there. Current task updated. That's pretty much it, I guess. How long have we been on that? 43 minutes. Yikes. Let's look at the game, which will explode. It does explode. Well, does it start if I skip all the breakpoints? Yes. So here, I will want to reconnect my buttons, of course. Like, this guy is definitely bugged. Maybe I want to create a kind of bot to show us what task we are currently in. That's something we could do. Let's see. Handle task multiplicity. So this we sort of handled it. However, it kind of created a new subtask, which is reconnect existing features, namely here the skill book. So we do want the skill book to work. Okay, we do want the skill book to work. The skill book, internal skill, so the button, so this should be the yin internal button, yes. So this guy, we want to connect differently. Task, set cultivation by referencing skill 01. Let's see if we can manage to have this working. We go in the skill book, we cultivate, and then we skip time. Okay, it works. It does work. Great. It doesn't show here because those debug labels are deleted. We have an error, integer used when an, oh, Yeah, I do think we know about that. Int as in name without caps. I still don't know how to manage this. Anyway, I'm gonna say that this is done. Well, this will go in testing. To create a faction menu, that's sort of already worked on. Create faction, yes. But I will have create a task visualizer, if that makes sense. Let's say that's 30 minutes. Let's work on this one. So we need to create a new component. What is this going to be? It's going to be a margin. That will be task visualizer. Let's have this in the top left corner. It will contain a horizontal box. And that box will have probably, well, let's see the chat first. I think the current season is an enum, and you're using the in value of the enum. May come enum that value from int thing. Current season is an enum. That's for sure, yes. I can't remember where was the script. It's here. It's game time. So current season is an enum, definitely. You value. Well, not really. I'm actually using an external int that I want to use in order to define what type I want in. So make this some enum dot value from. So that's this thing. So you would have something like seasons dot, and that's where I'm kind of blanking. Function in does not exist for enum. Yes. Expected identifier you have to plus for the point. Seasons. It's enum dot value from and then int. Okay, so enum dot value. Actually, see if we do have something about enum. If I do type this right away, it doesn't work. Enums only have dictionary built-in methods, so no. Dictionary built-in method, I don't know. Season is a function. Yeah, I really don't know how you're supposed to kind of notify Godot that you do want to send in an integer. Because it should be casting an enum type. I think we did read that the other time. Wherever int is expected, you can use any enum value without an explicit cast to int, including math and comparison operator. It does look like they don't care. Let's fix for... I don't know. I absolutely don't know. So yeah, that will be ignored at the moment. And I forgot what I was doing. What was I doing? That's visualizer. Now I remember. So maybe I could have a texture and then something like a label or two. So that would be the current task as a header medium or header small. We could have the progress of the task. Let's just add a dummy texture. We keep the size. I want it to be middle, perfect. So we have the current task. Maybe a little bit more spacing. Just enough. Maybe I do want a panel container. I want this guy to be scene root like that. That's going to be the current task name. I could have the progress bar. We could have a progress bar under it. Something like this. With no percentage, but 24. I don't know how high it is by default. It is 27. So we could get rid of the percentage and put 27. And here we could give a little bit a minimum space, minimum size. So a minimum size for this one. Well, no, for the panel container actually. So layout minimum 240, no, 800. That's a lot. Maybe we could remove 80 pixel and 80 more. So in this VBox here, this VBox would be at the end. How can I say that I want this guy at the end? I know. I'm gonna create another one. is going to be here, and this one will expand. That's a little bit weird what I'm doing. I'm gonna remove that immediately. And I'm actually gonna need to expand this one. Current task with the progress, like this. And I do need something a little moving to and say where I want to go next. But that could be a little circle right here. Something like texture rect, which is, how can I get this texture rect to be? If I have it like this, and let's give it something we have to go to background. No, that's not what I want. We have the current task. Maybe, yeah, we could have like a horizontal box for the label. So we would have the first one, and then we would have another one, which would be moving to whatever the new task is. So that would be current task. The other one would be selected task. Okay, I think that's not that bad. So this will be a scene and task visualizer. Well, don't really want this to be named panel container. And this would go at the top of our game. So in the user interface here, we would have the task visualizer at the top like this. So let's hide the debug labels. Let's see how it looks like when you start the game. Okay, I actually expected it not to be stuck like this, but so maybe we can just create a new margin container, and that's going to be task visualizer margin. It's actually 16 we're using. It's decent. It's decent enough. I'm kind of scared to try to recite this, but okay. This works. Not really, but it's interesting. I'm taking like 1 minute break. I'm coming back. Be right back. And we are back to the task visualizer, I believe. So let's see. So we do have a texture. This. We could have a different texture based on a task, or we could just ignore it at the moment. So we have three different things. Here we could have three labels again to remind us what we did for the other properties bar. Left, middle, and right. Oh, we do have something. I don't even want to think about resizing the game. Yeah. Responsive user interfaces is quite something. And at some point, you do have to pretty much say, this game will have this size, and that's it. If you want something different, then not gonna do that. But the worst really is when you have mobile games, because the sizes are absolutely all over the place. Let's start with the labels, it's actually easier. So on current task updated, yes. Task, current task updated. We just want to update the text. It's not that complicated. Like what happens if they just set your mouse wheel to zoom in and out of their broad page? That's a good question. That's a good question. So what happens? So here it does nothing. So it changes the resolution, definitely. So it changes the viewports. I actually didn't check the comments. Oh, yes, I did. All right. Do we want to play our game? I'm not so sure where to click. But anyway, that's not the point. But you could definitely have, like, when you work with Godot, you make your game a window, an executable, and then you just have it windowed and you uncheck resizable. So this way it should be locked. So we're good. We can't resize this. That's a way to deal with that. So the new text is by default going to be empty. So if tasks, okay, we need to create requests to get task names. So our requests are set, reset, okay. So here we want to get current task name. If current task, well, if not current task, it's going to be easier. We're going to return idle. Else, we want to return current task dot resource dot name. We could make a check, like if current task dot key is equal to skill 01, because we don't need else actually here. If current task dot key is equal to skill 01, we want to return cultivating and then the skill. So that would be current task, well, not really, that would be db skills dot dictionary of string current task dot skill key. That seems fair. So text is just going to be equal to task dot get current task name. Let's see. idle, and then we cultivate martial arts. That's not what I want. Oh, I put the wrong ID. Um, yeah, that's interesting. That's because I didn't get the name. Is there a name? Oh, so this is a skill, and we should have a name. No? Okay. Dot resource dot name. But of course, this. Oh, this is a little bit of a problem, is it? You're kind of not supposed to have this color. The resource.name, we do need to add the resource to the skill. And I'm getting to you very quickly. That's a skill resource. Well, not really. Wait, what am I doing? It's already a skill. So skill resource, name, and we load this. So this should go back to normal. And here as skill resource and just name, probably. We get skill resource in the dictionary. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cultivating yin internal. That's great. I do like this. I think I turned into center. Why would you turn into center? And I got another number on my hand? I don't think so. I don't think I had another number. Sun tape. Yes. Gorillanta close. So here we do need to work the second label. Mid rating, important. What you saw was just the reference of the resource. The 922 haunted me when wait, what is that? Not really sure to understand fully what you mean, but what you saw, if you saw whatever that was in the screen on the screen, that was just the reference of the resource, which was converted into a string. Because I just passed the entire resource instead of the name, the property of the resource. So it copied the reference, the Godot reference. The unselected task updated. So what we do here is get this tasks. Maybe you just have PTSD from this. Yes, probably. Clump F issues. I don't think I've used Clump. Well, I did when I went through the Godot tutorial with the little swimming aliens, but otherwise I did not. So we'll have the gate current selected task name. That makes sense. Let's go in order. First we will see if not. So if not selected task. Well, we could go with an or statement at this point. So here we do have a selected task different. Then so here we want to return, well, we want variable text to be equal to moving to so the left task the resource.name, I guess. That would be that simple. So we would just return that. Maybe we can try adding a new button to work with in our skill book. Here we have the skill 1 external and this button here. Just gonna bind something very simple, which is based on this one. Yes, very simple indeed. Okay. Let's see what's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really? Okay. Moving to whatever new is. Nope. You should. Okay. That's. I was a little bit too eager to test this. So text can be equal to task dot get that current selected task name. No. That's it. That's enough. Okay. Try number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are idle. Great. And we're moving to cultivate martial arts. And there, we are missing on an update. Or we could go in tasks, get current task name. So okay. Update current task. So when this happens, selected task is equal to null, and selected task dot updated dot emit. Do we agree on that? By the way, what happens? Okay. Yes. Yeah. So if not current task, we want to return. This way we avoid any kind of errors. One, two, three, four. So we can skip time. That's great. So now we can start cultivating. So we're moving to cultivate martial arts. So we're cultivating yin internal. I don't think so. I disagree. If selected task is not here, we want to return and do nothing. Because I disagree very much with what happened. So we start cultivating. Okay, we are cultivating yin internal. And if we do that, we are moving to cultivate martial arts. Okay, whatever. But we can go in external, cultivate, and we're cultivating in external. So maybe I do need just a little cross to remove the moving. That could be interesting. So I think I exploded the timer for this one. Yes, a little bit. But I did take some time and chill. So we're good. And actually, overall, we're pretty good. No big deal. So in there, I will just create a simple button. Let's see. Button. How high is it? 28. Could this X be a little bit more centered? Thank you very much. Text behavior, alignment center. Well, I've seen better centered than this. Why is it 31 now? The selected task is going to expand. Like this. I do want the text to clip. And huh. Frame words. Ellipses. Yeah, like this. So we're good. This button now. How long have we been there? 1 hour. Wow. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm tired, but I'm slightly. Being tired is like one of the ways my brain gets me to not work. It fakes being tired. So as for this little button here, function unselected task updated. We want to connect this thing. We do want to connect the press, of course. Which is going to be task.reset selected task. So here we'll just have an update method. And I guess I will create a new request. The function, well, my request at the top. I will have is selecting a task, I guess. Is selecting a task. So that returns a boolean. So if selected task, so if not selected task, return false, return true if selected task, else false. That seems correct. Go back to this button. If is selecting a task, visible is going to be equal to true. Else false. That seems correct. So we want to update when this is happening. We want to connect pressed to our new unpressed. That seems right. So can we try this? Yes, I guess so. Actually, I didn't check the reset function. Oh no, it's moving. That's bad. That's that's not good. So let's have this hate rocks container having minimum height of 31 to avoid that. And task reset. Selected task updated.emit. I want it to be no. So let's go back to cultivating. And we don't want to cultivate. So we'll idle. Now we want to. It's actually quite good. I do like it. I do like it. So we just have to work with the progress bar now. So there are many ways to work with that. Because we will need to create more requests again. I'm not so sure how I want to deal with that. Maybe I do want to work with the faction menu first. Well, let's do that progress bar thing. So maybe I want this bar only to appear when we have a task which is longer than 1 unit of time. Yes. So let's see how this behaves when we hide the progress bar. Okay, it's alright. Very cool. So let's create a script for this one. So we want on current task updated and on current task progressed. We want to do things in those two situations. So by default, ready? Want to connect those two guys? The very first thing we want to do is to check if we should show the bar. So I'm going to create a new request for that. To show progress bar. Return true. Well, so if not current task, return false. Otherwise, we return true if current task dot resource dot duration superior to 1, else false. And then we want to get the current task progress. Get current task progress. And that will return a vector to I. So we'll return vector to I with first the minimum. So current task dot progress. And then current task dot resource dot duration. If not current task, return something it kind of reminds us of an error. So now the progress bar. So that should be, maybe we could get the duration. Current task dot resource dot duration minus, and I will get this. The duration minus the progress. Yeah, this seems correct. I don't know. We actually don't have any task with a duration higher than 1 to check this. So it's a little bit sad. But the point is that I did not finish my thing anyway. Update visibility. Minority. Let's go with update. And we should update no matter what. So if not should show progress bar, visible is equal to false. And we return. Otherwise, we visible true, simple left as label, and we'll create progress bar progress. Receive progress dot x, and then progress dot y. Is that wrong? Yes, it is, because they are integers. That's cool. So now we just need tasks with the longer duration to try this. Well, we could check that we don't have a progress bar right now. So that's correct. No progress bar. Very correct. Okay. Let's go to the faction menu. We should have this tab defaulted to 0. Get back to 0. Because we will just create 2 buttons. This is going to be center container with a VBox container and just 2 buttons. Gonna be chores, and that's gonna be training trainees. So unpressed, what do we do here? Unpressed, we want tasks dot ref dot set chores task key. That's gonna be task 02. And that's going to be task 03. Okay, do we want to try this? Output errors. Yeah. Let's go back to 0. Let's see what the game looks like. Let's start cultivating a little bit. Okay. Now let's move to the faction, which should not be, oh yeah, that's because it's sharing. And we can move into basic faction chores or train trainees. So let's move to basic faction chores. Okay, very cool. And let's train trainees. That's not bad. We just need to fix a few things, like this left thing to be aligned correctly. And here we do need value equal to progress.x and max value progress.y. Yeah, this is very cool. This is very cool. I think we can say, oh, that's the victory stretch. I think we can say this is this is done. All right. And technically, task multiplicity is finalized in the same time. I wonder if we can see the timing of the project dashboard, like estimated and logged. Okay, that's cool. Can I rename that? Yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna rename this. Sprint one, and the end of this sprint, it's going to be not this date at all. So when are we? 21? So we started on Monday, so it's going to be Friday. And technically for the hour, let's say Saturday at 6 a.m. I want to find new icons. Okay, let's find new icons. New, building, and place. Oh, we have quite a lot in there. So we do need two icons, one for the trolls and one for the faction reputation. I'm not so sure for the trolls. What did we have in our ninja thing here? What do we have in cleaning? Could be something. Maybe we could use a star for the reputation. Like a simple star. Well, that could work. It's not very fitting in the theme, but yeah, it's going to be having the same bad feeling. With this one, maybe. Yes. Let's have this fruit. Another one for the trolls. Okay. Is that claptrap? Oh no, that's noodles. Oh no. I thought that was claptrap. You've been distracted. What icons are you looking for? One icon for the faction reputation, and another icon for the faction trolls. Namely those two. Those two here. Because this broom is, I don't know. While the broom is okay for the trolls, it doesn't fit. Or maybe is it just because of the interrogations? Blah, 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 blah. Maybe it's this guy creating a problem. I will begin by changing the first one, and we'll see if I need to change the broom for the trolls. A bucket, yeah, actually I wanted a broom with a bucket, but yeah, maybe a bucket is going to be better. So here, this guy. And I do need to change the tooltips. So that's going to be reputation. That's going to be tasks. Faction tasks. I probably have one to change in the skill book as well. This guy here, no external skills, but good. So let's see the buckets. Or maybe we could try to mix and match. Like, if I take this bucket and then I open Chimp, get my broom, so I'm going to bring in the bucket as well. So on this bucket layer, I get this color. We'll have to be smarter on this one. I will have to keep the black in the inside. Oh, I think I did it completely different. Wait a second. I did it in reverse. Wait a second. Yes, I reversed. My bad. Let's go back. With this. Okay, did I crush you? Oh no. Why? Hmm. Looks like Jimp didn't like what happened. You're right. No, you're not. But I could have the broom in front. Hashtag je suis Gimp. Yes, he's definitely dead. Whoa. Come on. Why? Okay, that's why. But let's try again. I'm not sure which one will go in front. I don't know. Right there, I want to remove a few pixels. Yes, like this. We're good this time. So now we delete. It's not really working as intended. Be able to invert, and move that. No. So I will pass this to a new layer. So this way I can fill. Oh, it's a bit big. Okay, let's see. Nope. So I'm gonna hide the broom. And this bucket here, I want it to be slightly smaller. Hmm. Right. Okay. And now we can merge this down. Well, not really. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm improvising very much. It's not as good as I thought it would be. Not as good as I thought it would be. Oh, maybe there's something. Okay, that's kind of dark magic at this point. Honestly, I could work with that. Story of my life. I don't know what I'm doing. So export as broom bucket made in France. Background. Um, I'm just gonna save it just in case. All right. It's could be worse, could be better. It could be renamed Train Students at this point. I think that would make a little bit more sense. Um, yeah, that was way much longer than expected, but it's alright. So again, I'm going to take a small break of 1 to 2 minutes, and I will be right back. And we are back on track. Well, almost. What do you think about naming this task training initiates instead? Definitely. I don't know if I said it out loud, but I thought about naming it training students of something like this. But yeah, definitely. Training initiates. That sounds alright. Also, I should keep track of my contribution list a little bit. So what do we have here? You're not in there yet. I don't know nothing about WuXia apart from the train hard become a buff immortal trope, so genuinely asking. Well, this buff immortal trope is not really WuXia. Well, sort of, but it's more the fantasy one. So what is this going to be? Game design? No. General design. Because I do believe you're responsible for the turning wheel as well. So that will be your first point. Your first fake internet point. So yeah, because there's a difference between two things. There's a difference between Wuxia and Xianxia. Yes. Wuxia is martial hero. Meanwhile, Xianxia is immortal hero. But it is very close. You're correct in the sense that they are part of the same bubble. Mom's gonna be so proud of those fake internet points. You can't imagine. So it is true that you sometimes find supernatural aspects in wuxia because it's martial art, but definitely buffed. And yeah, they run on the walls, they fly. That's part of it. Meanwhile, in the other one, it's much more about becoming sort of godlike and breaking the limits of the reality. Usually it implies Xianxia implies much more supernatural creatures. Yeah. I think some good references are Blade and Soul as an MMORPG. It's a good reference for what wuxia is. I think it's more wuxia than it is fantasy. In France, we had the Age of Wooling for a while. It doesn't exist anymore. And as for the tabletop, there's this Legend of the Five Rings, or in French, La Légende des Cinq Anneaux, which is a tabletop RPG game which is very much wuxia. It's samurai Ronin wuxia. Except for the map. In the sense that can we actually see an expanded map? In this universe, there's a It's not really clear. But there's basically something behind the Great Wall of China. I think that's the best one so far. No, not. But yeah, behind the wall basically are all the demons and the zombies and stuff like this, which is definitely supernatural. So yeah. But yeah, definitely initiates does fit in that setting. Absolutely. So maybe I will get rid of my debug labels which are not necessary anymore. There are some I can keep in the debug labels. I just need to move them a little bit. Do you want to move down? Let's go. All right. So target and current, these two can be gone. Skill level, skill progress. Actually, all this can be gone. And we just have to keep time and season. New task resource. Really? Where are we? DB tasks. Why is that a problem? Could not resolve external class. Did I? Okay, that's interesting. Oh, is it? Yeah, I think I know. That's because we changed a file. You are responsible for this. And you are fixed. Will the task always have a yin yang icon, or is this a placeholder? I'm not sure. This could be a placeholder, but at the moment I'm not planning on changing it. Because I'm afraid that we would not have enough icons for all the variety of tasks we have. But otherwise, maybe it's just a placeholder. So I'm thinking about adding a season texture. But let's not get sidetracked too much, and let's see where we are. Create faction menu, save system, blah blah blah. Yes. The yin yang goes pretty well with spinning effect as well if you want to add some movement whenever a task is being performed. Yes, it does spin very well, but I can technically make my super sexy bucket broom spin as well. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't do that. Look at this. Now it's really bad. The bucket should be on much more on the left. Like this. Whoopsie. Oh, where did it land? Where is it? So faction, trolls, broom bucket. Did it not update? It looks exactly the same. Why did it not update? It's supposed to export here. Did you do that? Again, it's gone. Okay, that's unsettling. What's wrong with you? Oh, maybe it's because it is in, yes. It's just in another folder. It's here. Oh, go to your place. Go to your place. No, it's very bad. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, this guy is going to be rotating because we have to train rotating things. Now, pivot. Okay. Can we get the other animation? No. New animation. So we're gonna track. Patient. This to last to 5 seconds. Or actually, wow, it's going to be a quick one. We're gonna insert two keys at 0 and one at 0 point. The value is going to be, wait, no, Godot no likey. I cannot spin to win. Godot died. No, we're back. Are we back? Allow me to change that. Is it possible it doesn't allow me to change because it is in a container? Would that ever be a thing? Is that even possible? That would be very sad. Let me rotate you. Can you be rotated? No. Here. Where can I get you rotated? Wait. Did you get rotated? No. What the hell is happening? It doesn't want to get rotated. Can I set that? I'm very sad. I'm very sad. I change another property, like custom minimum size, and I create a key in there. Can I change things? Yes, I can. So that's because the property is locked, I can't animate it. I don't like this. Okay, let's go through this differently. Looks like he's ready to get rotated. Oh no, it just disappeared altogether. Why though? Oh, is it because there's no texture in it? Oh, why is it invisible? Okay. I'm sad. I did everything, and he doesn't want to. Well, there's no line. Okay, that's probably why. Come on, why don't you want to do that? Hmm, let's check the other one. Does it have this line between the two? Okay, it's even weirder. It's... It looks like it's empty. Where is the rest of the animation here? Are they sharing? No, it's properly animated, but I don't understand why I don't have access to its animation right there. Because that's not what we did last time. Or is it because new animation? Okay, new animation. That's what we did last time. That makes a little bit more sense. So back to this faction thing. So it should be rotating, but it's not. Like, if I go there, why aren't you rotating? I'm confused. Okay, now we talk. And yes. Oh, maybe because it wasn't looping. It was just not looping. That's why. Okay. There we go. Except it's very bad. That's because it's not zero. Can the broom rotate now? Okay. Now it's spinning. The rep leader probably don't want you to spin your broom like that and actually clean up instead. They can suck dust. Faction leaders will do that. And this way we actually can see that the texture is slightly bad. So I think we should go a little bit further in this animation here by having a new property with the scale. So we will insert 3 keys. Middle, what is the middle of 75? It's going to be 38, 37, 5. What is this going to look like? Okay, maybe a little bit more, slightly more, like 1.2, like 1.25. Yes, that's some spinning broom. All right. Someone wants you to do chores. Like it's like the game is hinting you, go do chores. In that case, don't bother and I type, okay, yes. That works very well. I'm actually going to do that right now. There we go. Okay. I will act like nothing happened. So, maybe we can get rid of those 2 buttons, debug buttons, which are creating a few problems. Where are they? Debug task buttons? Is that my... Yes. Spinning circle. Now we should start the game bug free. Wow. That's great. So we still have a lot to do. Even though we do progress very well, I'm gonna go with something pretty simple. Add season textures. Let's go. And because I'm kind of slacking right now, that's going to be 15 minutes. Let's see. Spring. What do you have for spring without this? Butterfly is decent. I could use that. So background, none. That's going to be better. Summer will be something with the sun. Sunbeams. That's some very violent summer. Even more violent summer. That's hot summer. This one maybe. I don't know. Seasonal background. We could, but there's a slight problem. I don't know how to make backgrounds. The end. Oh, that's a great autumn. And winter is definitely gonna be snowflake. I just want to try something very simple at the moment. Here. I'm gonna add another texture rack, which will be centered, and that will be just a season. So we'll have spring. Oh, I actually didn't import anything. So let's import those. Probably just a texture rect rendered behind all your stuff. No, no, that I know how to do. That I do know how to do. The problem is making the actual image. That's the problem. So let's see what we downloaded. Frozen Orb, Sunbeam, List Wheel, and Butterfly Flower. So, Butterfly Flower. Frozen Orb. Then Leaf Swirl. And Sunbeams. Maybe I want this texture to be slightly like not 64, but I'm gonna remove 8. Actually, I might have to remove more than 8. Spring, summer, the on game time progress. I'm kind of focused on this and I'm getting to you right away. I mean, right after that. I don't really like that we don't have auto completion here, but whatever. Oh yeah, I just used the first AI generator Google spits to me for this kind of task. No mercy. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I could do that. Doesn't work. Let's go to this one. Oh, actually, I think this will the inking thing should be bigger, like much bigger. But why isn't the date? Game time. I gotta check game time. Get season. Oh, it returns string. That's too bad. So let's fix this very quickly. No. So get season is equal to spring. Oh, what does spring? The problem is that seasons are going so fast that changing the entire background could be a little bit too much. Oh no, 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 don't spin. Okay, let's do this differently. Why is there a timer? Oh yes, I remember. Oh no. Where's my test? Here. Test, test, test. Spinning circle. Debug buttons, VBox container. Yeah, what's the problem? What we have? Margin. Okay. Debug container. You should have a. Oh, probably because that's the old. Except that it doesn't update. Come on. So when we update, oh, this kind of mistakes, really? Okay, so now I'm catching up. Bigger and all slightly transparent. Okay, maybe you can have them fade. Well, even if they fade, it's going to be so fast. Am I wrong, or did you forget the parenthesis in the game time progress function? Where is that? I did forget it here. If that's what you meant, then you were very correct. But yeah, I will have the delay to tell me if that's what you were talking about. Oh, come on, this is too squarish. And autumn is, well, okay. How is, wait, we do have sunrise. Blah, blah, blah. Why are we not using sunrise? Okay, let's adjust with then. But yeah, you were correct actually. I've been mixing up a lot of yes, a lot of my parentheses and brackets the last couple days. You remind me this. Yes, there is no moment in a programmer's lifetime when you stop doing that. Never ever. Okay, let's go. I guess it works. I guess it works. It's a little bit big, not gonna lie. Sad monkey noises, yes. Well, I'm probably generalizing a little bit when I say that, no matter how experienced you are. But these are lack of focus mistake. And being live streaming can do both. It can help you being more focused as it can help you being less focused. If we could say, yeah, help. So we have actually progressed quite a bit today. That's very, very cool. I'm gonna log 15 minutes. I'm not gonna. Okay, so enough things to do. We still have to finish the external skill, the yin external skill here. We still have to finish this faction menu and this troll menu because right now it's a little bit sad, but it does the work. And yeah, it's actually very good. Very, very good. Do I want to do something next? That's the question. Do I want to do something right now? How long have we been live? 3 hours. 3 hours. The thing is, I'm not necessarily wishing to finish right now, but I do want a slight break from Godot. Not gonna lie. So, huh? Maybe I could. I don't know, because I don't know how long of a break I want. And I do believe that I don't even have Passive Exile installed to have a little break. So yeah, maybe we could, if you guys are interested in that, we could move to playing something for a while, and then I'll be ready for more Godot. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to go back to that later. Malware time. Yes, malware, at least it's not very complicated. That fits very quickly. Um, well, did it even launch? Because sometimes malware doesn't launch. Like right now, for instance. As far as I know, I'm making gold in malware. That's an interesting layout. I'm making gold. Yeah, and I do still have a lot of. Okay, that's a lot of gold. I will take it. So I do believe I need to learn prayer. I just don't know how it works. So today's will be learning how to pray, thanks to Mabber. Okay, so we have prayer here. Thick skin. You don't have enough prayer points. So I do believe I need this. Bury items. Okay. I buried some bones. And then what? Provides player skill XP based on damage dealt to enemies? Do I have runes? No. Yes, I have nature runes. But I don't have nature spells. Hmm. So I'm gonna go in combat Galbean and I will send water things because I will find runes as I'm hitting those guys. And here, prayer. Does this even work? Yes, it's going up. It's going up. We are on a good track. I'm less than 1 hour from hitting level 99 in fishing. I don't know how much I want to squeeze the gold out of it after that point. Well, that's up to you to decide. I'm still capped at level 44, which is why I need prayer. I need prayer to increase my combat level. And I am very worried that my magic level is not contributing. And that's kind of sad. I'm just gonna keep a little bit of Godot on the side to fake working. There we go. But yeah, training, praying is gonna take a long time. I can feel that. Maybe I should just start another stream. Like, because I want to take a break, which is going to be quite long. Mm. Okay. So that will be I'm just gonna delete all those things. Okay. And I will change the color. Hmm. What color is it going to be? A kind of orange? I don't know. I'm not gonna go on Marvel, to be fair. I'm gonna play something which takes a little bit more of my brain. I'm gonna schedule a new one, so create new. Well, actually, no. So that's not science and technology anymore. That will be gaming. Let's go. Can comprehend such ambitions. I'm very ambitious. When it comes to gaming, well, so what time is it? Exactly. Let's say 25, but I will start it earlier. Okay. So I should be able to grab the link and come in there. To put it in the chat. There you go. So that you guys are only one click away. What game do you play nowadays? My brother got me to play Minecraft a little bit. Otherwise, I've been wasting some time on League of Legends more than I should. And I heard something about the new Wukong game. Yeah, probably. And that would be Wuxia. Not gonna lie. That could be something in the theme from very far. I can like my own video. Why not? Why not do that? And yeah, so I will find you on the next stream. I'm just changing, and we have a notification. Woo! All right, I'm ending this one, and we are moving.